You can mould your chocolate into any sort of mould, providing it's got a shiny surface and it has an edge that actually comes out. Obviously, if it goes in, you're not going to get your chocolate out once it's set. Now, Richard here is actually polishing some Easter egg moulds because we're going to do some eggs.
Yes, it's quite a good idea to bury your nails into the cotton wool so that you don't scratch the mould. Any scratch mark will hold the chocolate in there and not release it in the way that we want to.
Sorry. Yeah. It's very important that you use dry cotton wool because you'd make a mess, obviously, if you've got the mould wet.
Right, I'm going to take white chocolate here and fill the bag to show you two different ways of presenting an Easter egg. This, again, very, very simple. Just allow the chocolate to flow in any kind of direction you wish to make it go.
It's making a sort of a filigree pattern, isn't it?
That's right. And really, the more you put in, the stronger the egg will be. So you can have quite a bit of fun just emptying the bag out. Here is an egg I did earlier, and now it's just a question of finishing it off.
And obviously for strength, you're going to actually need to have 1 or 2 layers in here. Another way of doing chocolate moulds like this, in fact, is you can fill the whole mould with chocolate simply by tipping up your pan and filling the mould. Then you have to turn it out and let the coat set onto the surface of the mould. Or you can just brush it like this, with that, which actually gives you a better finish when the egg is complete. Now, once you've got the egg completely coated with your chocolate, you can turn it down onto a piece of paper. If you'd like to take one of those away, Richard, I'll put mine down on the other one. That's it. Now we have to leave those to set because they do need to be painted with another coat of chocolate, and then we're going to show you how to unmould them. But before we do that, here's a different sort of mould. This is in fact a 2-part mould, and what I've done is we've brushed the mane, because it's a horse, out with some white chocolate. Now I'm actually going to fill it up with the dark on this side. Then I'm going to put the top on and actually clip it together, because with this mould, as I said, it's a 2-part one. You very carefully just turn it over, make sure that the chocolate fills right up into the ears and that you don't have any air bubbles. And one of the advantages of a chocolate mould like this is you can actually see where the chocolate hasn't gone. So we just make sure that it's completely covered, and then you can put that down for it to set. And you can actually see the difference between the one that hasn't set and the one that has, because this one has in fact got a silvery look to it, and you'll actually see just how easy it is to get them out. Just release, clip, and there, and out he comes. Now, isn't he nice? And we've actually used him on one of our cakes on the novelty series. Well, we've checked and our other moulds are now dry, so I'm just going to show you how easy it is, if your chocolate has really set well, to take them out. You should just be able to turn them over and it should fall into your hand, and you should have a glaze like that if you have correctly tempered your chocolate. If it is streaked or gone cloudy, then you'll know that you haven't tempered it correctly. I'll just put this one down and we'll have a look at the others. If it doesn't do that and doesn't just fall into your hand, then what you want to do is just put it back into the fridge for another few minutes, and you'll find that it will release. Now this is a filigree one, and that comes out looking like that. And we have one here that Richard's put together to show you the filigree done in dark chocolate. Now, to actually stick them together, what you do is you just run around the edge of your egg, just with a little bit of chocolate, just around here, right, with your brush, using whatever colour chocolate you've obviously made the egg out of, and you put the two pieces together. And then a useful tip is to actually sit your egg in the mould, and then you can pipe with your chocolate down one side. Now when that side has set, you can turn the egg over and do the other side instead of having to handle the egg, because the more you touch the egg, the more fingerprints you'll get on it, and then you'll find that it's all marked. And you want to keep your fingers off it as much as you can.